My name's Danny Burke, welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10 and welcome full stop if you're new here, and this is the channel where we make pretty cool top 10 lists if I don't say so myself, and today we're going to be covering the top 10 most evil Disney villains. Now we talk about Disney quite a lot on this channel, evidence for that is over here, but we don't really cover the dark side, you know, the people that are really mean, the ones who suck. So here's our list of big Disney meanies, otherwise known as villains, and we're going to jump right into this list like we always do with our number 10, and we're going to be talking about Scar from The Lion King. Now you don't really get lions that come meaner than Scar. Sure, he had a rough childhood, always growing up in the shadow of Mufasa, but nobody will ever be able to forgive him for killing his brother in such an evil way.
Long live the king.
Not only is he responsible for possibly the saddest moment in Disney history, he also tried to kill Mufasa's son Simba a total of 5 times. Like, what is your problem, mate? Oh, and he also ran the beautiful Pride Land into the ground, ruining it for an entire generation of animals. Now though, at number 9 we've got Aladdin baddie Jafar. Don't worry guys, not everyone on this list rhymes with Scar and Jafar. Now in this Disney classic, Aladdin wanted to get his hands on the magical genie lamp in the hopes of becoming a prince and marrying Princess Jasmine. Jafar, on the other hand, wanted to gain universal magical powers, enslave Princess Jasmine, kill Aladdin and take over the whole universe. Luckily, when his greedy wish to become an almighty genie himself backfires spectacularly, he gets sucked into a genie lamp as a result. But unfortunately he comes back in The Return of Jafar to do even more evil genie stuff, so yeah, he totally deserves to be on this list. At number 8 now, it's Ursula from The Little Mermaid. The name Ursula means she-bear, and she seems to suit that name with her demeanour quite well. She is possibly one of the most manipulative characters in all of the Disney movies, using a mixture of dark magic, trickery and hypnosis to get what she wants and seize power. Ariel accidentally kills her pet eels that she has a pretty creepy relationship with, and so she does what any reasonable psychopath would do and decides she's going to kill Ariel and then take the crown of the 7 seas from Ariel's father, King Triton. But luckily she stopped at the last minute by plucky Prince Eric. Personally guys, if I was a Disney villain, I'd watch all the other Disney movies first and learn from those Disney villains' mistakes. See, I'm not just a pretty face. But next up guys, we've got someone who's a bit of a devil. No really, he's literally the devil. Our number 7 is Chernabog from the Fantasia movie. This villain from Disney's 1940 movie Fantasia takes evil to a whole new level. He appears to be the devil incarnate, and because of this he doesn't commit evil acts for power or fame like other villains, he does it just for fun, and that's probably the most twisted part of it. In the movie we see him summon the restless dead and demons and forces them to dance for him. Chernabog then plucks them at random to throw into the hellfire, grinning all the while. He is widely regarded as the most powerful Disney villain to date, which is pretty scary when you realise he was also created to represent pure evil. I remember being really small and watching Fantasia through my fingers like that, and if Chernabog scaring a little innocent 3-year-old kid isn't the most evil thing in the world, I don't know what is. But barking her way into number 6 now, we've got a villain that makes me ashamed to be English. It's Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians. Now you might think you know people that are selfish, erratic, self-centered and mentally unstable, but they're probably a delight to be with compared to Cruella de Vil. We've got a lot of villains on this list, but it takes a special kind of woman to do what this one does. Cruella de Vil tried to kill little puppies so that she could wear them as a coat. If that's not a clue to how horrible she is, then how about her name? It's literally a play on the words cruel and devil. Her wiki page even says that Cruella likes furs, smoking, money, spots, fashion, attention and getting her own way. Now luckily she didn't get her way when it came to turning those cute puppies into coats, but if she did, she'd probably be a lot higher up on the list. Moving on to number 5 now, we've got the evil queen from Snow White. When your official title is the evil queen, you're probably not going to be the nicest queen around. She asked the mirror on the wall who was the fairest of them all, and when she found out it was actually Snow White, she turned herself into an old woman, poisoned an apple and then gave it to Snow White to kill her, and she succeeded. Well, kind of. Thankfully, the sleeping death spell was reversed by True Love's kiss, but still, this was one cold-blooded murder attempt of an innocent woman that came down to superficial jealousy. She tried to become the most beautiful in the land, but I don't think it matters how pretty you are if you're still trying to kill young girls with poison fruit. It's kind of a turn off for everyone. Alright guys, coming in at number 4 now, we've got Hades from Hercules. Now let's get past the fact that he's one of the coolest villains in Disney. I mean, come on, look at that hair for a start. Because the truth is, Hades is not the nicest guy around. He hates his job as overlord of the underworld and decides he wants Zeus's job as king of the gods instead. He tries and fails to kill his brother Zeus and nephew Hercules, but not before putting them through a whole lot of suffering, including the death of Meg, the woman that Hercules loves. So there's a reminder guys, that if you ever find yourself in a job you don't like, you probably shouldn't try and kill your brother, your nephew, and then actually kill his girlfriend. It's pretty evil. And we're going to be staying pretty evil now guys, as we move on to our number 3, and we're going to be talking about Sleeping Beauty's Maleficent. Maleficent is described as the incarnation of pure evil. She took offense at not being invited to Princess Aurora's christening, and so decided to put the sleeping in Sleeping Beauty by cursing the princess to die before her 16th birthday by pricking her finger on a spinning wheel. Personally, I think that's exactly the kind of thing that stops you getting invited to these kind of events. People don't want to hang out with baby cursors. Luckily, the curse gets modified to only put the princess into a deep sleep and not kill her. She possesses great powers of dark magic which she uses to curse people, turn herself into a dragon, and generally cause chaos, sorrow, and despair for anyone she chooses, especially innocent babies. Nasty, nasty cartoon woman. But now guys, let's move swiftly on to our number 2. We're going over to China now to talk about Shan Yu from Mulan. Shan Yu is a bloodthirsty warrior who will stop at nothing to achieve his goal of conquering China. For him, murdering innocent people in cold blood isn't just part of his plan, it's one of the most satisfying things about it. When he captures 2 scouts, he sends them to deliver a message to the emperor, but not before mentally torturing them by joking about how he only needs one to do the job. It's implied in the movie that Shan Yu was responsible for the mass murder of an entire village, including children like the girl who owned the toy doll that we see. He's just an all-round nasty bloke. Guys, it's one thing being a soldier in a war, it's another thing being a soldier in a war who makes sick jokes about the innocent children they've killed. Now guys, coming in at number 1, we've got Judge Frollo from the Hunchback of Notre-Dame. Now this character could probably contend with some of the most evil villains ever created, not just Disney ones. Judge Frollo's crimes are hard to list, but genocide is a pretty good place to start. It's thought that he killed countless Romany gypsies because he thought they went against his own religious beliefs and that they followed witchcraft and sorcery. He killed Quasimodo's mother and then forced him to live in the cathedral by convincing them that he was an abomination, and he claims to be a holy man, yet he set Paris ablaze because of his aggressive sexual lust for Esmeralda, a woman who had already said no. This is despite her being part of the very same race of people he was determined to exterminate, so he's a hypocrite. But in the end, he's about to try and kill Quasimodo and Esmeralda with that sword, and he's all like... But then he gets exactly what he deserves, and it's also sweet justice, and this happens. Yeah, take that, Lord Frollo. That is what you get for just being a massive bad guy. Well guys, that is all we got time for. We've reached the end of our list, and I want to ask you guys, did I miss any evil Disney villains out? Remember guys, it has to be evil, not your favourite. Evil, not your favourite. Whatever your thoughts or suggestions are, leave them down there in the comments section below, and I'll make sure I get around to reading them. And as ever, if you haven't subscribed already, then please do so you can stay up to date with the videos we have on this channel. And if you like this one, don't forget to like and also share it, and you can check out 2 more floating over there. All that good stuff. Have a most amazing day guys. My name's Danny Burt, you can follow me on Instagram down there, and I'll see you guys soon.